fun and all, but football ain't gonna pay the bills. People can get results, but they might not be able to teach it. Like, I would say you actually know how to teach it. Maybe 1.3 million views got me the 8K day. Like, if everything's going wrong, just know you're doing something right.
Let's just get into it. So kind of like start this off by just introducing yourself and kind of saying like your name, where you're from, your age, and yeah.
All right, so my name's Noah. I'm from the LA area, like a little bit outside of LA, but I'm in California.
And like your age, you're like, so
Oh
you're
yeah,
17, right?
yeah. So I'm 17.
So like I know you kind of like had some like not issues, but you had something to do with like dropping out of school or like going all online school and shit like that. So let's
Mm-hmm.
kind of get into that.
All right, so while I was in school, I used to clean shoes, and bro, that was trenches. I used to take shoes from my classmates, take them home, clean them, and then I was also doing reselling back then. I used to resell the AirPods, the hoodies, all that stuff. I was making a decent amount of money with that, but I didn't know what profit was, so like I would just lose money. And then I found out what drop shipping was, but I didn't have that much money, so then I started doing organic, and I wanted to go all in. Like, I'm the type of guy that's either gonna go all in or not. And my school is very demanding. Like, you got to do football, you got to do all the like, what's it called? I think,
They made you do football?
yeah, like you had to do football, you had to do coaching, all that stuff. It was more of like you want to go to college, you want to like have a good college life, so they really set you up for that. But I wasn't trying to do that, so I just left. Like, I literally left my friends that I knew for 8 years.
Bro left because he didn't want to play
No,
football,
I
bro.
like football. Don't get me wrong, football is fun and all, but football ain't gonna pay the bills. So I was like, I gotta make this work. Um, I gotta like drop out.
No, it's facts. And I noticed you said so you did try other business models before organic. You tried reselling, right? And I guess you can count the cleaning shoes as a business model, but
Hmm.
like not really. But that's just like a hustle. You
Yeah.
feel me? But with the reselling, like why did you kind of stop reselling? Because a lot of people I know they like reselling like a lot. Like reselling is like low key like one of the most common business models now. To be
Hmm.
honest, it's one of the most common business models. So I kind of want to hear from you specifically. And I get resellers all the time in my DMs, especially the people I know in real life. They're resellers. They always tell me they want to start dropshipping. So kind of give me an insight into why you kind of stopped reselling because reselling is like a consistent kind of income business model. So I kind of want to hear why you stopped it.
Hmm. Well, I was selling my products for super cheap. Like, I was selling the AirPods for $50, and
Okay.
so I wasn't really making that much money. And the thing is, I wasn't selling the actual, like, a lot of these resellers are building a personal brand around it, and they're selling the mentorship, they're selling the links to see the things. So I was actually doing the product, like I was in the trenches. So I wasn't making that much money. There wasn't much leverage to it, and I would have to go see the people. I would have to respond to messages. People would message me, and then they would just leave me on red. And it was a lot of low leverage activities for the amount of money I was making, but I did learn. Like, I made $500 in one day on my dad's birthday, and I think I paid for dinner that night. And that was the day that it changed my life. I was like, bro, you can really make money online. And yeah,
Wait, so off that 500, you trying to leak the product?
it was just the AirPod Maxes.
Oh, shit.
There's money in
Damn.
the
How much would
Maxes.
you get them for versus selling for?
I think I'd get them for, if I bought one, it was 100. If I bought two, I think it was like 250. Like, the more that you bought, the less it was. So I think I'd get a
Yeah.
pack of 4 or 5 for like 350, 400, and flip it for 1,000.
Tough. Hey, anybody watching this right here with less than like $100 in your
Bro.
bank, shit, get a little 5 AirPod Maxes, and then shit, that's a little band for you. Then start drop shipping.
Hmm.
But
Especially with Q4.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, and also I kind of want to add like drop shipping is more of like a not velocity business model, but it's more of like a how do I put this? It's more of like a you can get like a way bigger return on your investment. Like it's a lot more like high leverage for like the like a one video can make you like literally in Noah's case 7K in one day. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So uh that's kind of like low key the difference I feel like you kind of saw. Like instead of just making like $50 a day, $100 a day, you can just grind it out, fucking have so many days with 0, 0, 0, but you're learning and then you get that 10K, I mean 20K week and 7K day. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So yeah. And then yeah, so that's kind of what kind of got you into drop shipping, organic drop shipping. Was it just like more high leverage? Like instead of just making like the $50 a day, you kind of wanted those like 10K months and 7K days?
Hmm. So what happened was, I left my school, and then I was trying to make it with drop shipping, and I think I did it for like a month or two, and I was like, I need to make some money, so I went back to reselling for a little bit, and then I was like, what am I doing? Let me get back into drop shipping, and then that's when I just completely left it. That was around like October, November, and that's when I got that
Mhm.
tree product that made me a little bit of money. I don't know if you remember that. Um,
3?
the tree product, the
Oh,
lights and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah, yeah. I remember that. I remember that.
bro. I made me like
All right.
three
Yeah, yeah.
k. That was W.
I didn't even know it made you that much. Over a month?
Yeah, around like a month.
That's not that bad. I'm not gonna lie. Especially for your first product. That was actually my first. No, that was my second product. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that shit was gonna. I thought that shit was gonna be a six-figure product. I'm not gonna cap. Before we get into like your current product and like a little bit more of your organic journey, do you have like the store available to like kind of like refresh that 7K day just to show the audience that
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying it's all legit?
All right,
How
I
much is
got
it? Cause I know you might have got some chargebacks or something.
it. On this day it was 7.7k. So almost
What's
the
it showing
8k
though?
day.
Like okay, shit. All right, bet. And then okay, so let's kind of go over your journey because you kind of got like a really interesting journey from buying other people's, let's say like discords and mentorships and stuff. You kind of got a big journey. By the way, we're not gonna like talk down on anybody's thing that he bought. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because shit, that's not what we trying to do. You know what I mean? We're just here to share his journey and share his results. What would you kind of say was the difference before we get into like more of your journey? What would you kind of say was the difference between my mentorship versus other people's courses and mentorships that you bought? Like before we get into that, what was the margins on your 8K day?
65 to 75%.
That's around 5K profit. Oh
Hmm.
shit. Kind of go on to like what would you say would be the differences between mine versus other like things you bought, other
Um,
people's stuff.
well, the first mentorships I got, well, the first one was like a paid community. Second one was a mentorship,
Hmm.
but I kind of bought them because I didn't have that much money, but I did. I like getting a mentorship. Like I'm willing to invest back in myself. Like that's one thing I really like to do. I got a mentor based on my bank account, so like I only had a certain amount of money, and he was good. Like he got results, but people can get results, but they might not be able to teach it. So he wasn't really the best at helping out and teaching and stuff, but he was valid. Like he kind of helped me with my first winning product and stuff. But I think after that, I was like, bro, I need to make this work. I saw your mentorship. I saw a student come off like a pretty big month, and I had the bank or I had the money in my bank account because I came off like a little bit of a winner. Like I think I made 4K the month before that, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna get your mentorship, and then your mentorship really helped because you would just review a lot of videos. You did respond a lot
Yeah.
quicker and stuff, and you were just more in depth about it. Like I would say, you actually know how to teach it and help people understand what to fix and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Because at the start, I remember Noah when Noah would send me these 8 videos a day or like 10 videos a day, whatever it was. I wouldn't focus on, oh yeah, telling him like, oh yeah, this is a good video or like fix the lighting or like little shit that would like not even help. I would literally break down the video and tell him like the smallest part to fix. And like whether that would be like something that would be like you didn't zoom in at this part, or maybe teaching him how to do the zoom in with the keyframes on CapCut and shit, or maybe you didn't zoom out like this, like your competitor did, and your competitor went viral and it had proof of concept. So that means you gotta also replicate that, and just little stuff like that, and like fixing him, like making him sure he's centered the product correctly, making sure it's like the right distance from the camera. And I know that because whatever distance the other dude did to go viral, he would just copy that, but sometimes he didn't. So would remind him that. And all those failures, like every single like bit of like every single thing I pin how do I put this? Every single thing that I like pinpointed about is what led him to get that video with like
Like a million views, to maybe a
uh,
million, maybe 1.3 million views. Got me the 8K day.
yeah, all those little things, like him learning those little zoom ins, zoom outs on with the keyframes on CapCut and shit. And like obviously the rest of the stuff too. That's what led him to that 8K day. You know what I'm saying? So he just
Hmm.
he fixed his editing for those weeks and like tens and like hundreds of videos that I like broke down to get him that one video that it finally paid off for. You know what I mean? Another student that was saying the same, like was kind of saying one thing. I want to know if it's like the same with you. Like, would you say like the stuff I did where you were like little stuff I would pinpoint in the videos, were you like kind of like skeptical a little bit at the start because it's like, you know what I mean? Or no?
Basically, those little things that you would tell me is in the moment I would be like, bro, what is this? Like, is this actually gonna help me? Sometimes I would fix
Yeah,
it, and sometimes I'd be like, bro, it's a little bit too late. I'm just gonna post it and fix it tomorrow. But I think over time, it's honestly the little things. I think people think the big things matter, but I think it's the little things over time that really do matter.
See, yeah, let's kind of just go over your journey, and people will see after hearing it like how like everything literally went wrong before it went right, and that's like you're kind of like the definition of that. So let's kind of go over your journey from when you bought it, the mentorship, to the 8K day.
All right, so I think wait, so literally when I bought the mentorship.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I bought the mentorship, and I already had the product, the baby bag that was making a little bit of money. I think I made 4K with that, something like that. And then the month after
Hmm.
that, um, me and Giancarlo, I don't know if people know Giancarlo, but we kind of teamed up on a product. Or I think a month went by, and then we teamed up on a product, and then I was a creator for Jordan. So I made a little bit of money like each month. And then I think my Instagram account got banned for the baby bag, and it was like my first primed account that got banned. Um, or it was my first primed account, and then it got banned, and I was like, bro, ain't no way. Um, and then what else happened? And then I think just a lot of things were going wrong. Like accounts were getting banned, no products were going viral. Just like going through it and stuff.
Yeah, and then I remember like oh, I think it was like I could have sworn it was like the week before the 8K day. You were like, bro, well, I forgot exactly what you said, but it was like you were damn near like at your. It seemed
Yeah,
like you were going through it a little bit, and you were like, give me some advice. I forgot what you said, but you were like, give me some advice. Like should I? You didn't say should I stop, but I forgot exactly what you said, but it was like some shit. Like it sounded like you were about to quit.
yeah.
You know
No,
what
I
I mean?
wasn't
And I
gonna
was
quit, but I was like, bro, I keep trying every little thing. I think I was saying like my videos are literally perfect. I don't know why it's not going viral. All my products that would go viral is they just wouldn't convert. So
I remember telling them, a part of success is just like being able to withstand your self doubts. Like it's like keeping going is one thing, but keeping going while like everything is basically telling you to stop, and like everyone's going a different way, and then you're going this way.
mhm.
Especially with you like kind of missing out, not necessarily missing out, but like sacrificing the school and like the friendships and like
Yeah.
not necessarily the friendships, but like sacrificing that life, that social life. Not to say that you can't have a social life when you do this, but like when you're grinding 24/7 and seeing no results. But he got through it, you know what I mean? And then hit that 8K day. But yeah, what would you say to anybody that's like kind of like right at that point where you were before that 8K day? Like, what would you say to anybody that's like doing organic? Let's just say, since even though your shit wasn't a year, let's just say for a year. Let's just say they've been doing organic for a year and just haven't have had those results yet. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
are damn near on that breaking point. And you said you weren't about to quit, but let's say they're about to quit. Like they're genuinely like about to quit. You feel me?
Yeah. I would say first off, do a self analysis. Like, am I actually doing everything that I should be doing? Like, am I implementing what people tell me to implement? Are my products good? Am I learning? Like, you don't want to stay in the same spot and like a month or two goes by and you're still doing the same things that don't work. And then I would say like if everything is going wrong, just know you're doing something right. Like, cause you know you're about to hit that win. Like everybody that I know, like I've heard people where like before they come off a big week, they lose like 2K in payments. Their supplier like doesn't ship out any orders. They get a bunch of chargebacks. Like everything will go wrong. So if everything is going wrong right now and you just want it to work, know it will work. But something that is worth having doesn't come easy. So just know that.
A winner is just a loser that tried one more time. Like a winner is literally just a loser that failed, while everybody else was winning. He was failing. He tried one more time. He gave it one more chance, and then he fucking won.
Bro, in the
Dang.
same product, it was going viral. I think it got like 10 million views, but it wasn't converting. It only converted like 3K off, I think like 5 to 8 million views. Maybe it wasn't 10 million views.
Mhm.
But that was, bro, I was like, bro, what is going on? Because this product converts crazy. It was converting crazy for Jordan. And then it wasn't converting for me. So I was like, that was why I was going through it. And then I made a new account. And then the rest is
Yeah,
history,
so you
bro.
kind of want to touch on that. You kind of want to touch on that because like you kind of took a product that wasn't converting for you, and then you that was converted like you said, like you had 10 million views and only made like 3K, and then you made a new, or I'm not gonna leak it. I mean, I want you to say it, but then you had it converting 7K per mil. So let's kind of
Hmm.
talk about how you did that
I have no idea. I
and
just made
fix
a
the
new
conversion.
account. And then it converted
Yeah,
well.
that's the method. Just make a new account.
Yeah.
If your product's not converting right now, just make a new account on TikTok. If it's not converting how it's supposed to convert, you know what I'm saying, for other people.
Hmm.
Uh, and yeah, make a new account. And then the method that you used for that product that you had the 8K day with. Uh, I know you kind of want. Let's kind of brush on that too, because you kind of took a. I'm basically gonna say what you did, but you kind of just summarized like the thought process on it. So you basically just took a untapped variant onto a proof of concept. Like I'm saying, like it already had
Yeah.
proof. The product had proof of concept, but you just brought an untapped variant into it and got that 8K day.
Hmm.
So kind of brush on that a little bit too.
Um, I mean, nowadays you can't just take a product and copy one to one and go viral. Like you've seen, the game
Mm-hmm.
has changed. Like from a year ago to today, like you need
Mm-hmm.
something new in your videos, whether it's a new variant,
Mm-hmm.
a new marketing angle. There has to be something big enough that is new that's gonna make it go viral and stuff.
For sure. Yeah. That's exactly what I did for my 12K day as well. I literally just took a product that was untapped onto a proof of concept marketing angle, kind of. The angle had a proof of concept, but the product was just untapped with that marketing angle. It was just a banger. So,
Hmm.
yeah. Now let's kind of go into like how your life has changed, like grown man money now. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
not just like some little online business, like that little online business. Oh, yeah, that's Noah. He's doing like the little online business thing. Now you're making like grown adult money now, or at least you know what I mean. Yeah.
Hmm.
So let's kind of go on that. Like, what has that done to your mindset? How has life changed? What have you spent your money on?
Um, I bought some AirPod Maxes. I don't even wear them because they hurt. Pay some stuff, or I bought some stuff for my parents. But other than that, I'll DoorDash here and there. I'm not comfortable. Like I feel more broke than I ever have felt. Cause you make the money and you think, all right, I'm gonna start making some money. I'm gonna start feeling that like I got some motion, but you just feel more broke. So honestly, right now I feel super broke, and I want to start hitting like consistent 1K day profit. So I don't really feel anything from the money because I'm not really the type of person to get complacent. So I'm not like, oh, I'm up right now. Um, I can buy anything I want because I know for a fact if I were to go to the mall and just drop 5K, 10K, 15K, or like you could literally spend the amount of money I made and spend that all in a week and it's all gone. So I just feel super broke right now. But I do feel a little bit of like, all right, I got some money in my bank. I'm gonna use that. I invested already back into myself. I'm still grinding with organic and doing paid ads, and yeah, just a lot of just reinvesting into myself to get to those like the real money days where you're hitting like 1, 2, 3K profit consistently.
I feel that. Uh, so yeah. Um, and then did you tell your parents like you hit that like how much money you're making and like what do they think about it?
At first, but I share a bank account with my mom because I'm like under 18, so like she can see how much I have in it. Um, but yeah, I think they're just like they know I made it, but it's like it's a good amount of money, but it's nothing like they want to know that it's consistent. They've always supported me though, so Loki got lucky with that. But yeah, I think they're just proud of me. Like, all right, you're actually doing it. Now let me just make more.
Exactly. So, what would you kind of say for anybody on the fence of like taking that route, like making your first, like, because they're hearing like the wave of like organic is dying and going straight into paid ads. Like, what would you say for anybody? Like, would you say paid ads is good to start out with, or would you recommend a beginner to start with organic, get their first 5 figures liquid, kind of like what you did, and then get into paid ads?
Um, so I would say start with organic if you don't have a lot of money, and start with organic even if you do have a lot of money, because the skills that you get from it are really good. And a lot of people are getting FOMO of like everyone switching to paid ads. The only reason I'm switching to paid ads is I'm not fully switching, but I'm putting more time into it. Is because like I can still make more with organic, but long term, which one's gonna benefit me more is most likely paid ads.
Mhm.
Focus on organic right now. Enjoy it because those are the easy days of filming a product and stuff. Like it's just easy and stuff.
Anybody that's trying to work with me and come from the same program Noah came from, first link in the description is my Instagram. All you gotta do is just DM me, and then I'll see if you're a good fit, and then you can apply through there. You know what I mean? But yeah, any last words, Noah? Anything you want to say to the people? Any kind of stuff you want to plug or anything?
Uh, I mean, if you've seen my YouTube, I'm documenting the journey to 100K a month. I'm literally showing everything. So I don't know. It's just Noah Lenge.